few other rooms associated with the Prather Lab that aren't part of this wing here. And so I'm going to take you to those now. The first is the cold room. The cold room is here on your left. You can turn on the light right here. This room is at 4 degrees C, and it's all ours, and it's a very large space to be able to store a lot of different plates and buffers, and especially useful for protein purification or other things where you're dealing with things at low temperature. And that's pretty much the cold room. It's always unlocked. That's something useful to know. These other rooms require card access. This next room is the autoclave room. So, in the Prather Lab, we work with a lot of sterile glassware and sterile media. And the primary way in which we make these things sterile is by autoclaving, which just means like heating up in an oven to high temperature and pressure. So this is our autoclave. There will probably be a separate video associated with exactly how to use the autoclave, although in general these instructions here are a very self-explanatory and useful guide. If you're interested in seeing what an autoclave looks like, for those of you who haven't before, it looks like this. Now, especially if you've never worked with an autoclave before, be very careful and make sure you never touch anything. You can see that this metal is red hot. Always wear proper, appropriate hot gloves and other safety equipment. So the other thing I should mention in this room is that on this side we have our ice machine. So this is the source of doing anything, especially involving enzymes or other things at your bench that you want to keep cool. And if you ever hear a really loud noise in this room, don't worry, it's just the nitrogen generator. Every few minutes it just makes like a really loud sound. And we're kind of lucky that that didn't happen already. So follow me out, there's one last room, and that is kind of an instrument room here, which serves a bunch of different purposes. Follow me in. You'll see first on our right, source of liquid nitrogen. This is especially useful for if you're doing protein purification and want to flash freeze your enzymes. We have our second -80 freezer, which is very good for having our backup strains or other things. Right at the moment, it's mostly empty. It's also very good in case our other -80 fails. Finally, if you're doing work in vitro and you need to lyse your cells, you can use the sonicator here. The sonicator uses ultrasonic waves to just break open cells. And you'll want to do this procedure along with a lot of other things that are done in vitro using ice. So you might bring an ice bucket, fill it up with ice from the other room, and then dip the sonicator probe into your cells and break them open. So that's basically all of the ancillary rooms associated with the Prather Lab.